Inside this video, we will show you how the Disney star from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Dylan Sprouse, is now the youngest master brewer and the business choices he made to help grow his brewery.
Check it out.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Busy Scout, your intel for all things fintech and business. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get the inside scoop on how industry leaders make money and how you can too. Ready? Well, let's get started. Remember Dylan Sprouse? You know, the guy who played Zack Martin in that popular Disney series The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody? Well, since that role, he's grown a lot through the years and has transitioned from his career as an actor to a master at his own unique craft. Here's how Dylan Sprouse became the world's youngest master brewer. Before this all happened, Dylan was just a 16-year-old who wanted to try and drink alcohol with his friends. Later, he learned that the ingredients could be legally bought and that he could actually make alcohol himself. So, as an enterprising teen, he decided to give it a shot. When he started experimenting, he admitted that his friends hated the taste but had fun nonetheless. After a while, his dad found out and was surprisingly supportive. He told Dylan that the alcohol was disgusting but added that he'd support him as long as he respected the craft. Along the way, Dylan learned that anything that was mainly brewed with honey was called a mead. Being a young teen exposed with ADHD, he saw brewing as something to look forward to. It helped him relax and not get distracted. He got a fake ID, then bought, tasted, and tried every mead he could. He disliked a lot of them, including the ones he brewed. One thing he noticed though was that the mead smelled good when it fermented. In his first years of college, many of his friends who didn't have fake IDs but wanted to drink alcohol bought a lot of mead for him. Upon graduating college, Dylan was unsure if he wanted to return to acting. After asking for some advice, his dad suggested to stick to what he was passionate about and added that he should look for breweries where he could get a job or an internship. Later on, Dylan was accepted in a distillery called the Kings County in the Brooklyn Navy Yard. He worked there for some time, learning the brewing business. After gaining some experience, he decided to embark on his mission. Dylan received a lot of doubts and negativity from people in the mead and homebrewing community regarding his style. His flavors, which later on won gold medals, received many attacks as well. It was a painful experience for him since he thought he'd get to know an open arms community. But since then, he thinks that the group has gotten better. But along with the doubts, people just couldn't take him seriously. They thought that he was just another celebrity endorsing another mediocre alcohol brand, which made them hesitant. For the people outside the mead business, Dylan had to do a lot of explaining just to reassure them that he was the one creating those flavors, that he was doing it right, and that he was truly passionate about it. For the ones who knew the trade, they instantly clicked. And when it came to promoting and outreach, Dylan's status did come in handy when it came to spreading word of the meadery and educating people about his business. But overall, he described his fame as a double-edged sword. He eventually met one of his partners and their current CFO at NYU, Matt Kwan. Dylan described Matt as a hard worker who's always 10 steps ahead in the game. He said that Matt used to work in finance and hated it and wanted to find himself a passion. Naturally, Matt jumped at the opportunity with the mead business. With his excellent business managing skills, Dylan's mastery of the brewing craft, and their amazing chemistry, they instantly meshed. Dylan admits that he couldn't have gotten as far as he has without Matt. On the meadery's location, Dylan chose a spot in Williamsburg, Greenpoint, and Brooklyn, New York because of three main reasons: the water quality, its nearness to the water treatment, and especially the amount of foot traffic. He liked the idea of people expectedly stumbling across a meadery while just walking around in Brooklyn. Besides that, the rest is business talk. They got their farm winery license, a New York State grant, hired some employees, had their fermenters fabricated, had walls built around those fermenters, and did a ton of paperwork. He doesn't exactly know what to do yet when they'll be able to expand to new locations, but says that they'll figure it out eventually. When it comes to business, Dylan emphasizes the importance of ingredients. How their lab looks comes second to their main focus, which is making the best products that they can. The honey that Dylan brews at the present is actually the same honey he used to brew at home, which is supplied by Alan Tremblay and his family. Back then, he jokingly told Alan that he'd buy a lot of honey from them, and now they're exclusive business partners. When it comes to honey, Dylan prefers the kind that comes from local plots whose bees don't get carted, because when apiaries cart the bees, it usually results in a major collapse of colonies, causing lots of bees to die out. Going back to finances, he points out that they could have spent more on space and plot, but that just meant spending less on ingredients and quality. Dylan's advice when you're just starting at a business: if you want to build a community, the best way to do it is to make good quality product.